gente consegue chegar onde quiser hoje em dia usando os aplicativos de geolocalização, né? Tudo começou com o Waze. O Waze, se você não sabe, provavelmente você deve saber, né? Porque é um aplicativo hoje usado por mais de 750 milhões de pessoas no mundo inteiro, que em São Paulo todo mundo usa para fugir do trânsito, e ele deu origem a vários outros aplicativos, né? A mesma tecnologia que é usada, por exemplo, no Google Maps, em tantos outros que fazem a gente se locomover cada vez melhor. O aplicativo foi comprado por $1 bilhão e 100 milhões de dólares em 2013, e eu conversei com o cara no CNN Business de hoje que inventou esse negócio inteiro. Ele chama Uri Levine e é muito gente boa e contou todos os detalhes da carreira dele pra gente. E a gente vai ver essa entrevista exclusiva agora. Vamos embora. Senhoras e senhores, o Business de hoje tá muito especial. Tô aqui do meu lado com Uri Levine, ele que é o fundador do Waze, o cara que simplesmente deu início naquilo que a gente usa o tempo todo para conseguir tentar fugir de trânsito em São Paulo, todas as grandes metrópoles brasileiras. Então a gente vai bater um papo para entender um pouquinho, primeiro, como é que foi a criação desse negócio que é tão importante, é tão fundamental hoje na vida de muita gente aqui no Brasil, e o que ele fez depois disso. Ele fez muitas outras coisas, e também o livro que ele está lançando, Apaixone-se pelo Problema, não pela Solução, que tem muito a ver, provavelmente, com a filosofia do Waze. So, you were from Israel, right?
Yes.
The traffic jam is a problem there as well?
You know, traffic jam is a problem everywhere.
Everywhere, right?
I never heard of a place that does not have a traffic jam. And usually what happens is that when I go to a place, they tell me, you know what, you don't understand. Our traffic jams are the most severe they are. Here, you might be right.
Yeah, probably, right? So, do you think that's why you became so popular here in Brazil?
It's a very powerful tool, right? So we started Waze because we thought that we're going to help people to avoid traffic jams, but we ended up with a so much more powerful tool because, you know, the estimated time of arrival creates certainty, right? And you can plan. And we empower people that before Waze wouldn't drive, and now they say, I'm not afraid to get lost, or I'm not afraid. So empowerment and certainty are way more bigger value than saving time. And saving time by itself justifies it as well.
How did you start this idea? I imagine that you focused on the problem, not right on the solution, and it started this way. So traffic jam is a problem everywhere. We had to do something. How you started this project?
So it all started when I was traveling in Israel up north, and we were multi-families all over on the vacation. And when it was time to go back, Israel is a small place. At the time, there were only 2 routes that you can take. So just imagine that you can drive from here to Rio, and there are only 2 routes that you can take, right? We ended up leaving last, and I started to call people, ask them, how is traffic jams on your route? And I figure out that all I need to have is someone ahead of me on the road to tell me what's going on. And that was in 2006. And only in 2007, I met the other founders, Amir and Ehud, and we decided that this is what we're going to build. And it took us 9 months to raise capital for this vision.
How much?
We actually raised $12 million, quite a lot of money at the back then, because the promise of crowdsourcing was such that the realization that if it works, it's going to win. It's a roller coaster journey. It's with ups and downs and ups and downs. And look, if you'll tell me that all the businesses in the world have ups and downs, I agree. But the frequency of those when you're building a startup, way more. But it's also very long journey. And that usually will take you a few years until you figure out product market fit. And the last dimensions of this is going to be a journey of failures. You're going to try multiple things until you find one thing that does work. And if you realize that this is a journey of failures, then there are 2 things that you need to conclude out of that. The first one is that if you're afraid to fail, in reality, you already failed because you're not going to try. The second one is that you have to fail fast. You have to fail fast because the faster that you fail, you still have plenty of time to try something else, to build another version of it, take another go-to-market approach, take a different angle of it, and the more attempts that you have, you increase the likelihood of being successful.
I have some companies, I know exactly what it looks like, but You had so many challenges. You sold the company in 2013, right?
Yes.
So 6 years after you started this company. It's a lot of time. Which were the biggest challenges you faced at this time? Were the team, building a team, a good team? Because, it's very easy to talk about startups today, but in 2007, it wasn't,
The general approach is that I'm looking for people that I would think that they're way better than me. And this is how you build a strong team. And so you find people that you believe are stronger than you. You let them be stronger than you and better than you. And then you are like the conductor of the orchestra. You help everyone to be better. That's it. But there is a whole chapter here in this book, chapter 6, that is called Firing and Hiring. And when I initially sent the book proposal to publisher, they told me, oh, it should be hiring and firing. I said, no. Firing is hard decision. Hiring is easy decision. First of all, you have to learn how to fire people. And the reason is simple. I spoke with many entrepreneurs that their startup failed and asked them why, what happened. And about half say the team was not right. And I kept on asking, okay, what do you mean the team was not right? And so I heard not good enough very often. I heard occasionally we had communication issues, right? Something that I would actually call the ego management issues. And then asked them the most interesting question, when did you know that the team is not right? And all of them knew within the first month. Within the first month, all of them knew that the team is not right. You said, wait a minute, if you knew within the first month that the team is not right and you didn't do anything, the problem was not that the team was not right. The problem was that the CEO did not make hard decisions.
The leadership, right?
Making hard decisions is hard.
And after Waze, you sold the company and you created Move It, another unicorn, right?
Yep.
How do you do that? Okay, you created two unicorns.
This book is all about how do you build it, right? And the idea is that you follow a practice, you follow a method, and the method assumes that you start with a problem. So think of a problem that it's worth solving, a big problem, something that really the world is going to become a better place. And then the next phase, that what you really want to do is go and speak with 100 people that actually have, that you believe that they had the same problem, and understand their perception of the problem. Because if you don't do that, then you're starting to build a solution for something that might not be even a problem, right? And only after you get to understand their perception of the problem, only then you go and build a solution. Now, if you follow this path and your solution works, it's guaranteed that you're creating value. Fall in love with the problem, not the solution, is because at the end of the day, journey of a startup is about value creation. And the simplest way to create value is solve a problem.
If you have to tell me about some bullet points about the most important things that we have to do, maybe the 5 most important things to create a unicorn or a successful startup, which would be these bullet points?
So for a second, I would say I wrote this book not only for entrepreneurs, but actually for all business people and actually everyone, because there is a lot to gain, right? If I speak about fear of failure and journey of failures, this is true for the entire life. And if we encourage our kids to fail, then we empower them to try and get out of their comfort zone and try new things and eventually discover the things that they really like. And so journey of failures in general, understanding that the biggest enemy of good enough is perfect. You don't need to be perfect in order to win the market. You need to be good enough. Because many people will try everything to be perfect. You don't need to be perfect. You need to be good enough. People are going to stick with you if you're good enough, and there is no incentive for them to switch. So I would say, fall in love with the problem, journey of failures, making hard decisions.
We have to fail to get experience, right?
Exactly.
Thank you so much.
Thank
It
you.
was a great pleasure. It was amazing. Congratulations on your journey.